Hello, my name's Jason, and welcome to another episode of me talking about what I'm painting in diary format. Yep, I'm doing a master painting. If you've seen my other ones, you'll know that I'm doing a copy of a Rubens, a painting called Susanna, Lunden, something like that. Painting of Susanna, and it's a real challenge. Me and Clive at Clive 5 Art, we both decided we're going to challenge ourselves doing a master painting, and we was going to film it and do a bit of a diary because it's such a hard task for us both, and it's going to take a few episodes. So anyway, let's see how far I've got to. So I just press play. Oh, here I am, sat down. So I'm going to be honest in these videos. I don't want to make stuff up and pretend that I'm doing amazing, because I didn't feel like I'm doing that well so far. I felt like the face just doesn't look right. And I know it's because I haven't got any more colours in there, and I struggle until I've got more colour in, and then I eventually, hopefully, bring it together. So I thought it's time to put the sky in. So here we go. I'm using just Ultramarine Blue and white and a little bit of water mixable oils. You can use water. And if you've seen a lot of my episodes, you'll know I use water mixable oils a lot. But yeah, you can put a little bit of water in to thin it. And the thing you've got to remember, and I didn't remember, is that it makes your paint slightly milky when you add water into water mixable oils. So yeah, right now the colour looks amazing, and that's what I was thinking as I was putting it on. I was like, wow, ultramarine blue and water, I mean ultramarine blue and a little bit of white, I've got the exact colour and it looks amazing. Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that when it dries the milkiness will go away and it'll dry a different shade. Totally forgot about that, because I don't usually put that much water in my paint, but I thought since I'm doing a big scale, I'll put a bit of water in. So that's the downside. That's the only downside I can think of using water mixable oils, is when you put a blob of water in, it'll milk your colour up. I don't know why that is. It must react with the linseed oil or something. But anyway, I'll rectify that on another diary. So yeah, I thought, right, I'm going to fill in some colour. We'll leave the face. The face is drying. We'll work on another area, and I'll work on a big area, and where I don't have to think as much. The sky. You could just relax and just block it in, really, and that's what I was doing. Just looking at the sky, whacking in the blue, and I was starting to enjoy myself because there's no stress, just painting the sky, happy painting. Yeah, and I'm using the easel. I don't think I've mentioned it. It's a quad leg easel. It's got 4 legs, and I got it ages and ages ago, and I've never used it, and I've actually got 2. Because when I was teaching, I bought a few, and I was going to use them for people to use when they're painting, but I didn't like them, and I was sent them as an alternative to the ones I wanted, and I didn't like them at all because they were too high when you put them on a table, using them as tabletop. They were no good. But using them for big paintings like this, which I didn't realise at the time, perfect. So I'm loving it, and it's solid because it's got 4 legs, and yeah, nice easel. Can't remember the name of them. They got 4 legs. There can't be many easels with 4 legs. I usually got 3, haven't they? Yeah, it's pretty perfect for this anyway. So yeah, I'm using that tube of white. I've had that tube for a while now, and I'm still using it, still going through it. So a big tube of white lasts you ages painting in a more traditional manner. I'm not painting completely traditionally, of course, because I'm using warm mixable oils. But they pretty much the same as normal oils, except you use water as a medium and it milks when you use water. Darn. But, you know, oil paints don't dry exactly the same, do they? Oh god. Yeah, I was starting to realise that there was little hairs stuck to the outside edge of the board, and I was picking them up when I was painting, because bearing in mind this board, I had it cut a few years ago, and then I finally decided to do this painting because of the challenge. So don't forget to check out Clive's videos, because his approach will be different to mine, and it'll be interesting to watch, see him doing his Gainsborough painting. Gives you more options. If you're a beginner and you're not sure how to do a painting, then it's good to watch other people as well. So all I'm doing really, it's like using a colouring book. Oh, I decided I needed to move the top of the easel because it was in the way. Because I wanted to paint the top part. That's the only annoying thing, but you can move it. I've moved it to the actual top now, so it's just touching the board, but it gives me still a strong structure for this painting. You don't want these wobbling around. I certainly don't. Using my other easel, I wouldn't fit it on, and it's not sturdy enough. Not unless I kind of screw it down to the... Yeah, I might do that. I might screw my wooden easel down to my table so it doesn't move. I'll think about that. Could always use no more nails or something. Yeah, so I'm using a soft brush because I thought I don't really want to see the brush marks on the background, and I thought I would use my soft brush, and there was the hair. Oh, that hair kept moving it around the picture, and then I was like, oh, there's loads. Oh, it was a nightmare. Note to self: when you get a board for painting, gesso the whole thing before you store it, and it gets carpet, hair or whatever stuck to the edges. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. So yeah, I did the soft brush, and you get a nice soft finish. I was pretty happy at that stage, and then I thought, well, gotta do some clouds as well. Get some clouds in there, and oh yeah, I was using my finger to get rid of some of the blue that I've put on the black. So I figured I need to get that off. And here I go again. Oh, I'm picking up some more blue. Did I get black? Yeah. So I thought the sky looked very purpley, bluey black. I thought crimson, ultramarine blue, and ivory black, which made my colour. Because the blue and the crimson, you make a nice lavender colour. Throw in the black, dulls it. You could use other colours to mix the clouds, it doesn't matter. Whatever works. That's what I think. Whatever works for you. If you don't like water mixable oils, you could do this in acrylics or in traditional oils, it doesn't matter. Just your method changes slightly if you're using acrylics, I think. If you was a really fast painter, you could probably do this whole masterpiece in a day with acrylic, because you could keep waiting, getting it to dry, and use a hairdryer to dry it, and then you're off again, aren't you, with acrylic, where with oils you wait for areas to dry. There's something about oils though that it just looks that, man, I'm not gonna be, especially Clive won't be happy with me saying this, but they just look that little bit better. I don't know. They just have a little bit of a natural magic to them that, for me, I can't get acrylics to have. But I suppose you could varnish an acrylic painting and make it look like oil. John Myatt, the art forger, he was using household paint and selling them as if they were real, so obviously you can do it. All I'm doing on this bit, I'm just filling in the cloud area. I didn't realise my camera wasn't set up to see the bottom part. But it's just the same, just blocking in. I'm trying to use strokes that say cloud as well, but to be honest, this is just blocking in. Yeah, another easy bit really. I realised, I was like, uh-oh, I can't see the bottom part. There we go, just fill it in. And this helps me really, because when you got the cloud in, you have got a colour to work on with the red of the arm. Also, I added a tiny bit of different blues and whites to my brush to throw in the cloud, just to make it slightly different in areas. It was looking a little bit too samey everywhere, and I need to work more on it to finish it. Bearing in mind I'm working with a reference picture of a painting that isn't finished. It's not a finished painting, the Rubens, so I want mine to be finished, so I'm going to finish it the way I think it could have been finished. But like I've said in previous diaries, I'm not as good as Rubens. So I'll just finish it the Bowen way. I'll sit back, have a little look, and then I'll finish it. Yeah, I saw a cloud in the background, so I thought I'll just throw a little bit of a cloud there. And I was just messing around, putting in cloud shape. 'Cause it's such a big block of cloud that he put in, and I'm not sure why. It does make it make for an interesting composition, I suppose. You got that cloud shape. I just wonder about this painting. I wonder if it should have got bigger and bigger, because I know 2 panels was added to add more sky and stuff. It makes me wonder. I don't know. I used my soft brush after I added white just to smooth it out. Oh, the little hairs again, little carpet fluff and stuff. Oh, this board. It looks funny when it's going fast, doesn't it? Because I am the Flash. I am the fastest man in the world. Just softening with a softening brush. The soft brush. Looking at this bit. So I think doing a painting like this big with a lot in, it can scare you. I'm very calm about it. When I first started painting something like this, I would be thinking to myself, it's going to take too long. And that's as far as I would go. I'd be like, that's going to take too long, so I won't do it. I didn't have the mindset to be able to paint over a lot of goes, a lot of sittings. When I first started painting, I wanted to get them done quick, fast. You know, when I used to paint a lot of Bob Ross paintings, you could do a painting in 25, 30 minutes. Why would I spend hours and hours and days on a painting? That was my mindset. And the reason you spend all that time, if I could go back in time and tell myself, is so you can get a really, really good picture. You can do a painting in half an hour. It's going to be half an hour's work, right? Yeah. Do a painting in a few days or in weeks or months. It's going to be a lot more time spent, a lot more effort put in. So hopefully a better picture. But you never know. Could all turn out wrong. But as long as you're learning, I'm cleaning the palette. That was the end of that sitting. And here we go again into the next go, what I decided I was going to start on the arm. And I used Cadmium Red Deep, and I remembered this colour from doing my 3 colour challenges. I thought, that looks really close to my printout. It looks really close. So I thought, maybe that's going to be the right colour. And it was. It is. Maybe it's slightly off, I don't know. But to my photo, it's pretty close. So that's good enough for me. So I thought, right, black and the Cadmium Red Deep, and let's check it. Yep, looks good. I thought, time to party. Time to get the paint on the board. So I was looking at all the different creases in the fabric, and I thought, well, if I throw in some dark first, then I should get the shapes of the fabric. And I'd use 2 brushes, one light, one dark. So I've got the pure cadmium red, as is, out the tube, and then some cadmium red that's got black in it, and then various degrees of black in it. Because when I was really looking at the picture, you could see some pure black actually just put on the sleeve. So I thought, well, I need to get them marks in. I can't copy this painting exact. It would take me way too long, longer than normal. I mean, I'm trying my best to get it quite right, but even I've read books where they copy master paintings, and you can see just in the picture they're not exact replicas. I mean, some of them, can't name names of books, but some of the books that I've read where they copy master paintings, their paintings are awful. And I'm like, that's awful. I bought that book as well. How dare they sell that book? Oh well, as long as you learn a little bit from the book, it's alright, isn't it? She might be watching this and thinking, this is awful. So here we go. Getting some of the pure red in. I'm looking at that crease. I'm like, right, I want to feel this material in my head. I'm like trying to feel the material in my head as I put the strokes down. So be one with the material. Really connect. And I was trying to think like Rubens as well. I was trying to imagine I was a really good painter. Imagine that, I can put paint in these positions quite comfortably. I was saying to myself, I'm like Rubens now. It's all in the mind, you see. I think a lot of skill is all in the mind. I think if you tell yourself, yeah, I can do it, you're halfway there, aren't you? I'm not a believer in talent myself. I just think it's all in the mind and practice. If you believe that you can do it, if you got self-belief, then well, you're gonna at least have a go, aren't you? I think as I'm doing this, I'm telling myself, I can do this. I can achieve this painting. I know in my head, I'm not going to get it exact. I know it's going to be slightly different. But if someone looks at it and goes, oh, that looks like a Rubens, then job done. It looks like the portrait of Susanna, then happy days. We've done a good job. Yeah, I'm just filling in the sleeve. Hope you're enjoying these diary episodes. These Dear Diary. I'm enjoying making them because it's a lot more involved in these paintings, of course. because each stroke that I'm putting down, I'm trying to get closer to the original, and I copy the angles of the strokes. When you see my hand going over the original, I'm trying to get the feel of that stroke, and then I'll move to the painting and do the same. Try to anyway. Yeah, just filling in that dark, getting that shape in there, because I can always come over it afterwards with some thinner paint. Because same with normal oils, when you do layers, you use the fat over lean, and that's really simple. When I first started oil painting, I was like, what the hell does that mean? Fat over lean? What is he on about? All it is you start off with paint either straight out the tube, or it's got a bit of medium in. Say with mine, a little bit of water, but with like traditional oils, they would have probably a bit of turpentine, and then what happens is either the water or the turpentine evaporates, and then it leaves the paint, and then so that paint is going to be, it's just paint out the tube. So if you're going to do a layer over the top of that, you need a little bit of linseed oil, right? So you put a couple of drops of linseed oil in the paint. The oil that you're using now is fatter than the oil paint that's down, because it's got more oil. That's the way they see it, as it's got more fat. And then you just keep doing that. The next layer you need more oil, and the next layer more oil. So until the final layer is very thin. It's just because of the drying times of the paint. I mean, it wouldn't bother me too much if this painting started cracking soon, because then it'll look more old. But yeah, that's the basic idea of it. I'm not a technical painter by any means. A lot of times I can get an area done in one go anyway, so I don't tend to paint over the top very much, but sometimes I need to, like in this painting. I'm going to need to, especially on the face. And I've done one in the way that I'm showing this before, and it's hung up, and it's still alright, and it's a couple of years old, I think, and it still looks as good as the day I painted it. I think it's about 3 years old, actually. Nowhere near as big as this, of course. Yeah, I'm just playing back and forth games, light, dark, with the two brushes. Easy with more than one brush. If you've only got one brush, go out and buy another one. It's no good having just one brush, honestly. You need to have 2 or 3 or even more, just so you can use different brushes for different colours and different lights and darks, like I do. So I'm looking at shapes in the fabric, and then just going, like I said, go back and forth, light, dark. Try and get it as close as you can. I mean, I wasn't doing too bad actually. Doing this is a bit, it gave me more confidence to carry on, because I felt like, I'm starting to get somewhere. I was messing around with the light to see if you can see what I'm doing, because I thought the light was shining a bit too bright. So I thought I'd better move the camera, because is this whole bit a waste of time. And so yeah, moving the camera around. I think that was the best I got it. Oh, shaky cam. Yeah, and that's the best I could get it. I should have really watched this and then I could have edited that bit out. I forgot that I did that. Right, I decided that some areas have got some light in it, some white, where the light has hit the fabric and it's lit it up a little bit. So I thought, well, might as well see if I can get some of them in. So I got a little bit of titanium white into the pure colour, and I mixed it to about the same brightness as what I saw, and I just went with it. You'll see that I just try and do singular strokes because I'm trying to be Rubens. I'm trying not to overdo, like do loads and loads of strokes. It overdoes it. I'm trying to, because I know from what I've read anyway, Rubens was quite quick. He would do his bit of painting and then move on to the next bit. He wouldn't mess around, so I was trying to do that. Trying my best. That's all you can do. Try your best. Yeah. Always good to have that dark brush. Especially if you mess up like I just did, then you do a bit of light and it's like wrong and you think, oh damn it. But I just go, oh, use my dark brush. Whoop. Gets rid of the issue straight away. So it's good to have your reference picture close to you as well. When you're doing big pictures or any painting, especially commissions and stuff, or whatever, if you're using reference, get it close. Get the reference as close as you can so you can sort of look in between. Look at the picture, look at yours, look at the reference, look at your painting. Just keep going in between and have a look. Look at that, I messed up there. Dark brush, paint it out. See? That dark brush is beautiful. Gets rid of all the problems. So yeah, I mean the challenge is in full swing and it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I am really enjoying it. It's made me want to do more hard paintings and more challenging things, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. I hope it's giving you an insight at least. If you've got a commission and someone's wearing material, maybe you'll watch this and think, oh, that's easy. I can do that now. You just use colour, just light and dark. You've got to see material or anything as the same. It's just colours. It's just light and dark shades, and just paint it like that. And then you'll step away from your picture, or you'll sit back and have a look, and you'll go, oh, that looks like material. Because don't forget, these paintings, they're not made to be viewed up close, are they? These are made to be in grand rooms, giant rooms, and they're on the wall, like 20 feet away or something. Well, there you go, there's that arm. And coming to the end of this footage, I think. I was looking at the big picture, because I've got a big picture next to me on a board, so I've got like this one and then a big one, and yeah, I was just like correcting a few bits, and then I can go back to it and do more. But yeah, that's Dear Diary number 3, kinda. 1 and 2 was in one, so this is kind of actually number 2, isn't it? Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway. I'll say thanks very much for watching this episode. I hope it helped you out, and I hope you enjoy it, and keep watching, because this painting is going to get better. Can only get better. And if you got any painting questions, check out my Facebook. You can ask a art question there, because I always answer them. And if you want to support the shows so I can get more paints or art materials, etc., then check out my Patreon where you can donate, and check out Clive's channel as well, because he's doing a Thomas Gainsborough painting, and that will be fun to watch. I'm enjoying it, actually. I enjoy other people doing their method of painting, because I get to learn from them. And so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in another episode. Cheers, bye.